I'm coming in hot. Coming in.
Hey, fam, welcome back. We are here with another episode. I'm KV and we have Coach T in the house.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome. T, tell us what we're talking about today.
Well, Hivi, it is that magical time of year where we all start pretending that kale smoothies will fix our entire lives.
Absolutely. Let me eat so healthy, please. All the kale.
All the kale.
I do like
Everybody
kale
finds their
chips.
fad diet and has their New Year's resolutions
I'm gonna
for
work
what
out more.
they
Yeah,
what yeah, for what they want to do beginning January 1st, and everybody's got an exercise routine, a new diet. So we're going to talk a little bit about why do we have those New Year's resolutions and how can we be more intentional and make what we choose stick.
perfect. All right. Um, Tell me one of your New Year's Eve memories. What do you have on in the memory bank, or what's something that sticks out to you?
So, I mean, growing up, we didn't really have any New Year's traditions. We tried to stay awake till midnight, but we didn't
Right.
really have anything. But I will say, once I moved down to Texas and I met my husband, his mom was telling us about black-eyed peas. I'd never heard of black-eyed peas before, eating
Mm-mm.
a spoonful at midnight. And so
Okay,
every year she
interesting.
would get us a can. And I'm like, I'm not doing
Did you
that.
do it? Did you ever?
No, never, not one
Okay.
time. There's probably 5 cans in my pantry still from
That's
all the years where she
fair.
gives us black-eyed peas.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never heard of that. So kind of
Yes,
happy I grew up in the North. So that's neat. Good
same,
for
right? So I guess it's a
you.
Southern thing. I don't know. What about you
Interesting.
though?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm kind of the same. Like I remember being really little and watching Dick Clark, for those of us who are a little bit, not such young
Seasoned.
bucks anymore. Yeah, I remember watching, Dick Clark and seeing, people celebrate on the East Coast. And I'm going to be honest, I was always annoyed that they celebrated before me. Like, well, it's not midnight for us. Um, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. The thing that sticks out to me the most is like kissing someone at midnight.
Mm.
Think I've ever done that, honestly. Like it's never been a thing. And then I remember like the first time as an adult where I was like, I'm going to bed at 8:30 because it's not it wasn't a thing. And I mean, there's the occasional, yes, you go celebrate with friends and you do those things, but I don't have like I don't have that one thing either.
Mm.
Just celebrate it. And resolutions have always been a little bit of like a do I want to do this thing or not? And like you said, there's always the traditional, the workout, the eating healthy. And as a perfectionist, I didn't want to commit because what if I don't accomplish the thing?
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, I've really
And
not.
that makes perfect sense for you too.
Yeah, thank
You're
you.
so competitive. You're competitive with yourself.
Oh yeah, I mean, like it was like if I choose this thing and it doesn't come true, I'm going to be the biggest failure. So, but we'll talk
Oh,
like that's more's gonna come. More's like we'll talk
yeah.
in the episode. So yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
So looking back, I mean, I think for me, New Year's has always at least been a period of reflection.
absolutely.
So looking back at 2025, what do you think are some of your worst moments or maybe just kind of lows of 2025?
The first couple that stick out in my mind of like worst of 2025 is the depth of how difficult the doctorate program
Mm,
truly became. Like, I don't even know how to express to people you hit some gigantic hurdles that it if you crash into a hurdle, it should fall over.
mm,
It was like crashing into a concrete wall. It became more than a hurdle. Timelines were messed up. I discovered that I'm not gonna, right, like the reality of like I'm not gonna graduate when I originally thought I was gonna graduate. This program is actually going to take longer. And
mm.
again, if you go back to January 2023, I was like I'm gonna be done by this date. I'm gonna be done. And so like it was like massive depression hitting.
Mm.
I tapped out. I mean,
I
The
know.
outside world didn't know that I tapped out because I put on a very fake face. I will say I really only revealed to you the depth of like, this is where I'm at. I put on a happy face for my kids, friends, family, anybody around me. It was like,
Mm.
I'm good, but I wasn't good. I mean,
Oh,
that
you weren't.
was, no, that was awful. Um, Dealing with death of a family member was really hard.
Mm.
And just, yeah, I mean, like my worst isn't the worst ever, but seeing my kid get injured again and being limited and sidelined again,
Mm-hmm.
um, just growing pains, like, ugh. So those are a few for me of my worsts of 2020. Give me a few more minutes. I'm sure I can come up with more, but that's what's popping up in my mind. What about for you? What's your
I
worst 2025?
I have a few, but I remember you and I sitting there, maybe it was at residency, I'm not sure. But we had a conversation at one point and we said, if this is as hard as the doctorate is, it wasn't that hard.
That was January of 2025.
Do you
Mm.
remember that
Mm.
conversation?
Yes, because we thought
Oh,
we were cruising through and it didn't feel great. It felt okay,
yeah.
doable, right?
Yeah,
Like I can do this. It's challenging, but doable.
exactly. And then so I mean, and I found out for myself I had a chair change and I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
why
Girl, I forgot about that. Yes, that's a big
it
deal.
rocked my world.
Absolutely.
Absolutely rocked my world. I same thing you did. Spun into a depression.
Yeah.
I
Facts.
felt like I was
Big.
never going to get finished.
Yeah.
Um I wasn't taking care of myself. I actually started drinking a lot for about a 3 week period, and it was not healthy.
Yeah.
And caught myself. I'm like, what the heck? Come on, this is
Yeah.
not
Uh,
okay. So
we had a conversation about it. I mean, I saw the increase, right? And to a degree it's like it's okay, it's understandable. And then it was like, mm,
okay,
wait
dude,
now.
let's
Wait
go.
now. Wait now. I think for me, well, is that sorry, let me back up. Is that you got any more to add for your worst of 2025?
Yes, I was gonna
I want to
say,
cut you off.
my health. Remember, like especially back in like April, March, April, May, my health was really,
Yes.
really bad. Remember those meds I was on? I was just
I remember when you sent me the picture and darn you making me cry. No, I knew you hated how you looked. And
Mhm.
right, like we get on the computer every day, and so it's like you're fine, you're my beautiful friend, and all this, and you sent me a still shot, and I remember thinking she looks like a cancer patient on chemo,
Mhm.
and you were still beautiful, but like you were swollen,
Mhm.
bloated, and miserable,
Yeah.
miserable. And I remember trying to build you up, right?
Mhm.
But like I saw it. I mean,
Mhm.
I knew it's not that I knew what you were feeling. I've not had to take medicine like that. I haven't had that exact same experience. I understood how you were feeling. I think we as women can all say, "Oh, I feel ugly," right? Like
Mhm.
there's those things there. Um, but it was an extra layer because this was so out of your control. You were at the
Mhm.
mercy of your health
Yeah,
or the lack of health in that moment, right?
absolutely.
So to wrap up for me, like one of the things in hearing you, like I saw a meme the other day and it was 2025 felt like being awake during surgery. And I was like, oh, I think maybe
Yeah.
I think maybe I can understand that. It's not like the worst of the worst,
Right.
but
Still,
something's going on. I'm awake, but here I am laying lifeless.
and I don't want to be here feeling
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's my summary of 20. I thought it was really good. Like,
That
ugh.
is perfect.
Let's flip though. What about for best or the good things?
For me, one of the best things was getting my health back. So yeah, it was the worst thing, but it was an opportunity for me to be resilient and grow. And I lost 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Um, and it's been great. It's been really great.
You
Huh?
You know, I was to say, like, you look now, when I first met you in 2023, you
Mm,
look far more similar to that. Like, I saw the transition of getting like the health. It's not because you were, it's just your health, things you couldn't control, right? It's not like you sat and just ate fried food every day and didn't do anything.
mm,
You were still trying to take care of yourself. You just had outside things
mm,
happening. And so to
yeah.
see you back to like, oh, and you're not swollen, you're not, right? Like, I call it a chemo face. I don't know what
Yeah.
the proper, but like you don't have that, right?
Right.
And so yeah, you're thriving, so to
Yeah.
speak.
And I
In the
feel amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got a new chair,
I did.
right?
I did. I
Um,
love my committee.
yep, you've made progress.
Hmm.
Um, so what else? What else for 2025 on highs? Anything else? Okay.
This has been the best thing ever. I have had so much fun.
Yes. I I was slow. I dragged my feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guilty.
I mean, we had to kind of, come
I
on,
knew
Cara, you can do this.
I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted to be involved. I loved the meaning behind it. I loved the purpose of it. I felt like at that time, and you saw it, like how slammed I was
Hmm.
with 8,000 fires around me between
Right.
work, work, family, and then doctorate. It was like I couldn't ever get breathing room to be like, hey, let's make a podcast. I was like, I will cheer for you. But the itty bitty time that we've been doing this,
Hmm.
the fulfillment and gratitude, like I agree, it's been a really great, and it's fun to talk with you differently than
Hmm.
just us calling each other about like where you at with your doctorate and what's this assignment, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah. And things
We've,
that we've probably talked about a lot, right, in residency behind closed doors, things that people, I mean, we first of all, everything we talk about is like throw it up against the wall and it sticks, whatever. But like this is more of gearing when we come out of this with our doctorate of what, we went into our doctorate with the purpose of getting these degrees, and what have we already done and
Mhm.
starting to do with, how we feel that and that goal and that dream. And yeah, it's been real good.
it's, it's been amazing. The response has been amazing. Probably one of the best decisions I've made. I don't know about you, but
I'm not regretting it, so thank you. No, yeah, I mean, again, mine was delayed, but I mean, I tried to just be honest about like I'm not at that spot, bear with me. And yeah,
no,
it's
but
been
you've
really
been all
good.
in, and it's been so fun to record with you and hundreds of hours of footage of us just being silly to sift
Oh
through. It's
goodness.
been
I
it's
thought
been
about
awesome.
wearing my gold shiny buttons today, but I didn't. So,
My
yeah.
hands. Um, do you have any other best moments?
I think things that come across me as best moments, on the flip side of watching my kid get injured, is watching my kid overcome,
Mhm.
and overcome might be too strong a word, but bear with me on this. The resilience
Mhm.
and the like growth of where mental health is,
Sure.
um, leaps and bounds better than what it was in the past. Confidence, how composed. And so, like, seeing the kid that you love, right? I
Mhm.
mean, I love my kids, but this one is special because, I mean, I remember I called you during the year and I was like, there's been so much growth. And that's like, I love my kid, but so proud of my kid doing something that's so incredibly hard that, number one, teenagers don't want to talk about.
Mhm.
And I've got a kiddo who's like just dead honest with me now, like, hey mom, I need this. I can feel my mental health. And like the open-ended conversations
Mhm.
um is like this is amazing. Like
Yeah.
there are no secrets. There aren't like this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm doing, this is who I'm involved with.
Mhm.
Um I feel really, really lucky in that
Mhm.
regard. There's been a difference of meeting new people through networking things at work. I was able to attend a really amazing conference at work,
Mm-hmm.
and that like lit a fire under me.
Mm-hmm.
You commented on it, and I think just being engaged with, and we've talked about this before, but like your support system
Yes.
is literally the thing that helps carry you through. And so you are a part of my support system. I have a few, other friends local, like they check in on me and how you doing. And like all of those pieces of seeing these people love me and care about me. And it's not that other people don't, but like the genuine support,
Mm-hmm.
those people who take the extra time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always shocked when someone's like, "How's your doctorate going?" What? Right?
Yeah.
And that has been a fulfillment because I don't always reach out. I don't talk about it. For the first
No, you
time
don't.
in 3 years, I posted a professional headshot and everyone
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You're getting your doctorate?" I'm like, "Getting it. I'm 3 months away, peeps." I mean, it's a little bit more than that. But like, it was the first time. I keep my circle tight, right?
Yeah,
And
you do.
um, so that, but seeing like how many people do care and it feels genuine and they're checking in
Mhm.
on you. Like I've
Right.
appreciated that from a different spot. I've probably grown as a person, right? So
Right.
again,
So,
recapping
yeah.
2025, we're jumping into 2026 and this is that spot like you said, resolutions, working out, healthy diets, but it doesn't always have to be that. Before we jump into what we're going to do for a resolution or how to do resolutions, tell us a little bit about where they come from.
I loved researching this ahead of this episode. And it talks about how the original intent of New Year's resolutions was to bring order to our chaos. And so this started back in like ancient civilizations and um, like 4,000 years ago with the Babylonians, that was the first recorded New Year's resolution. And their resolution not to drink more water was in their mind a way to repay their debts and restore balance. And so from that point forward, civilizations have had that new trend. And it follows, they didn't have a calendar and a ball
Right, right,
dropping, but they looked at the moon and the stars and harvest cycles and solstices. And for them, it was more the idea this new year that it's something that moves us forward and renews us. Rather than, I think a lot of what we do is kind of looking our year and go, okay, well that happened,
right,
and
right.
focusing on the bad things. So it's a way to just have a sense of renewal. But it's just so interesting across cultures how far back that goes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I am a little bit floored that it is recorded so far back. And there's something to be said about throughout history and how people have had purpose and whether you agree with what people did or not, right? Like, well, that's not a Christian ritual. That's a pagan ritual. I think the important thing that I look at is like, but it was something for purpose,
Mhm.
regardless
Right.
on what side you stand on, regardless of what your belief is, you're still doing something for purpose, for, continuing to grow, for restoration. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah. And I think real quick, with those rituals, I mean, we talk all the time. And I think if we had a drinking game about every time we said the word dopamine,
Right.
you know what I mean?
No
But,
lie. I'm gonna
dopamine
make us shirts that just say dope and then mean. I don't know.
on the back.
Yeah.
Or
Hmm.
I could have it on mine and we could just walk together and oh my
Yes.
goodness, no, slap me if we ever do that. But it is tied to dopamine and nostalgia. It's
Yeah.
celebrations. They're not just fun, it's like a neurological reset for
Yeah.
us. And um, I think going into tradition and going into resolutions, we don't make them about perfection. We make it
Right.
about continuity. And I think
Absolutely.
that should propel us.
Yep. And that leads into like because of that, like why do we keep them? And
Mhm.
like you said, that dopamine is a huge hit. But we love systems. Our brain, I should say, maybe our brain loves organization and our brain loves like systems. And so, right, when we have a ritual, it calms us,
Mhm.
right? We want to keep that. It gives us the predictability, it gives us meaning. Even if we're uncertain about something, you know, this tradition is coming. It gives us that little piece of this is really familiar. I'm going to hold
Mhm.
on to it. Um, and, right, something else is like the emotional ritual of
Mhm.
this chapter has ended, like the net, like 2025 is over, we're not going back, a new chapter begins, right, a new beginning. And some people love it and some people hate it, but
Mhm.
like it does have that feeling of like here we go, fresh, we're fresh again. And it settles those nerves, it gives us that, right, that symbolism. And it also reminds us like why we are still here.
Right. Do you remember that I sent you? It was like a little video, and it was the guy summing up our 2025 as doctoral students, and he's just kind of mumbling through.
As no, I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months, and knowing how.
All right, so before we go too deep and emotional, I have a little game, and it's time for a little bit of chaos. So
Perfect.
what we did is we researched and gathered what we thought were the weirdest New Year's traditions around the world. So I've got some, she's got some, and we have to guess, is it true or false, myth or fact?
Girl, we're going with real or fake, but we're not talking body parts. Just kidding. Just kidding. You can cut that out if you
So try not to laugh. That's perfect.
want.
Real or fake? And we're not talking about body parts here.
Mm.
All right.
Hit me. Let's go.
Okay. So real or fake? People in Spain eat 12 grapes at midnight, one for each month of luck.
Fake.
That is real. So it originated in the early 1900s to bring about good fortune. So,
Okay. Interesting.
I
All
mean,
right.
does it count if you drink a bottle of wine? There's like 12 grapes in there at least.
I mean, at least you only said one bottle instead of 12, so
Sure.
sure, why not? I like it. All right. Real or fake? In Denmark, people throw old plates at their friend's door on New Year's Eve.
What? No, that's fake.
Real. Real. The more broken dishes you wake up to, the more loved you are.
Stop it. If you
Yeah.
throw a plate at me, I'm going to punch you.
Can you imagine sleeping and waking up to the crashing of dishes breaking on your door?
And then who stops and thinks, oh, someone loves me?
And this is how I know we're not in the United States, honestly.
Right. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness.
I kind of actually would travel there just to see this tradition. I'm not lying.
Okay, yeah. That's going to be on our bucket list then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Japan. Temples ring 108 times to cleanse human sins.
So I'm gonna throw this out there and say true only because I
Mhm.
have traveled to South Korea, which is close to Japan, and I know it's not the same country, but there was so many bells and
Mhm.
temple stuff that like I learned it was a really big the bell ringing meant something, and I can't remember what it all meant in South Korea, but I'm gonna say because it's countries that are close to each other, real.
So that is real. Each ring represents like a human desire that is believed to cause suffering or a
Okay.
sin. So um,
$108.
I never found why 108, but it's real.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, that one I can see. That one actually, that one lands more for me than the grapes. So
Sure.
there's that. All right. In Switzerland, people yodel out the front door at midnight. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.
Seems
Ooh.
like that would be true. That's what they do, right?
That is 100% fake.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I think, right? That's the yodeling.
It would make sense. I mean, it's better than plates hitting your door.
Uh, is it? Have you
Oh,
heard yodelers?
I mean, I guess not in real life.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking if you're sleeping and you wake up to yodeling versus a plate, give me a plate, perhaps. I don't know. It's tricky.
We'll have to try both out and see which one's better. Stay tuned. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
In Italy, people wear red underwear on New Year's Eve for good luck.
Good luck. I thought like red was a symbol of love. Um, I'm gonna say fake.
It's actually real. So you were right though, because red symbolizes fertility, vitality, and prosperity,
Okay. Okay.
which is also why it always sells out.
Facts. Okay. Got it. All right. All right. In Brazil, people jump over 7 ocean waves to bring luck.
I can see that. I want to say real.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Each wave represents a wish for the year ahead.
Okay.
And seven, like days of the week. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lucky number.
Sevens that, there's a lot of symbolism behind seven. So
Sure. That makes sense.
I'm going to take away the days of the week comment. It probably has nothing to do with
I mean, it
that,
could.
but it could. Hmm.
Monday,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in Finland, people melt lead to predict the future.
I have no idea, but my last one I said fake, and so I'm gonna say real this time. But I don't even know how to analyze that one.
So this is real. However, it's a very outdated tradition.
Okay.
Um, but it is used as a form of fortune telling because molten metal helps you see the future.
All right then. I'm gonna do some research on that for a little
Yeah,
bit
we're not going to
myself.
Finland though.
No, no, I no. Well, I
Oh,
mean, well, we could. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from Denmark, honestly. So,
true. We could bring molten metal with the plates and
yeah, yeah.
grapes and put it all together in a hodgepodge. We're going to be very
So
lucky.
very. All right. In Canada, people bang pots and pans to scare away bad energy.
Ooh, resisting the temptation to say anything about a particular country or Canadians.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm going to go true, real. I mean, they're kind
Fake.
of crazy, right?
Oh, I mean, I, are they more crazy than the United States? I don't.
Oh, heck
You know what?
no.
That's
We're the worst.
that's a different
That
conversation.
is a whole different conversation.
It is fake, but I honestly could see individuals doing this, right? However, the one that is real, in Ireland, people bang bread on doors and walls to frighten away evil spirits.
What is wrong with people? Okay, if your bread makes a noise when you hit a door with it, we've got bigger issues.
Well, I don't know if it makes a noise, but I mean,
So that's to frighten away evil spirits, right?
I
That's
know, I
isn't that
know.
what you said? Like,
I did. I
unless
listen.
they just in silence can see you like aggressively banging bread on the door and they're like, I'm not messing with that person.
Yeah, I don't know that. It also is one that I'm gonna have to like deep
Dig
dive
into.
into. Yeah.
Well, at least
Yeah.
you can eat while you're watching people throw plates and yodel. So, Scotland, the first person to enter your home after midnight determines your luck.
The first person to enter your home, dear God, no. Mostly because I don't want this to be true. I want this to be fake.
It's not. It's
Shut
real.
up.
It's real. They call it first footing. And so, traditionally, a tall, dark haired man would be preference because that'll bring you good fortune.
Is that where the song, isn't there a song about a tall, dark, tall?
Oh, I think
Oh,
that's just our dreams.
oh, well, okay. Interesting. what if that person is no good?
I guess if they look nice,
Bad luck.
then it doesn't matter.
Okay, so we're basing this off of
I don't know.
being
We need
tall.
to, if you're from Scotland and watching this, we need to know. Chances are you're not, but
Yeah. Well,
somewhere, if you know someone from Scotland,
share
let
this
us know.
episode, please.
Yes,
We need to know.
we need to know.
Oh man, that is all right.
That's all I got, though. Those are all mine.
Okay, yeah, no, I went through my list too. So, um, all of these lovely um rituals,
Mhm.
right, or traditions on New Year's, that we literally can time together though, because again, if these are our traditions, how our brain going back to how our brain loves that symbolism, it gives us a sense of control, hope, definitely connection. Even if they involve underwear or grapes or property
Right?
damage. If we know what's expected, if I know that property damage is coming, I'm going to be okay with it, right? I mean, like as crazy as that sounds, I know on this day. And going back to the plate one, you wake up and you have so many broken dishes, and that means you're loved. I mean, how special is that? Like it is that symbolism.
Yeah,
Crazy, crazy
it's
as it
true.
sounds.
Show me in a different way, but it's true.
Right. I mean, we're not living there, so we will respect it from here.
Although at some point in your life, you're going to wake up to broken plates on your doorstep. I'm just saying.
I have no doubt with you. Thank you very much. Can you make sure there's lots though, so I feel
Oh,
really
yes.
noted?
Yes. You'll know you're loved.
Okay, perf. That's even better. All right, so wrapping up all those, external traditions, let's bring it in a little bit closer to home and talk about the personal meaning behind it. Resolutions. Again, I, as a perfectionist, did not love resolutions until I got to the spot of being like aware enough of how a resolution could truly impact me. It gives us that sense of hope, and
Mm.
that hope doesn't have to be pulled from a blank slate. Like I can go back into my little box of lovely things that I want to pull from and have hope. It is reflection and forward progress or forward motion.
Mm.
Again, we've talked about like that science behind it with the brain. So the three things that we get right when we do a New Year's tradition is number one, we get the release, right? We're reflecting on 2025 and we're going to release what no longer fits. Moving forward, I am letting go of this thing, whatever
Mhm.
that is. The number two thing, we are honoring what we survived. So again, 2025 was hard, but oh my gosh, look at what I made it through. And if
That's
I
an
go back
amazing
to
mindset.
thank you. Thank you. If I go back to that doctoral piece, and if you go back, like how I felt so knocked to the ground, and now I'm like, all right, it was bad, but I'm no longer in that spot. I survived, right?
Mhm.
And it might sound silly to everyone else out there listening, but like I'm
Oh,
I'm I'm a
man.
little bit of a perfectionist, so that GPA matters and that grade matters and my progress matters. And it's like,
Mhm.
well, I still have all those things, right? And so honoring the survival of going through a really tough thing. And let me just say, like people, I rewrote my chapter one literally 15 times. And then I sailed through writing the other chapters, but it felt like because that was my first intro, I couldn't get anything right. I couldn't do anything right. And so
Mm.
I survived that. So we release what no longer fits, we honor what we survived. And then the third one is we imagine what's possible next. And I
Mhm.
think I love that
Yeah.
because that's like goals and dreams and
Oh,
right living up to something, and maybe living up to something isn't the right word, but like knowing that like I can do the thing.
right.
For me, that's how I take it. I can do the thing. It's why sometimes people feel so emotional. We're at 11:59 and it flips to midnight and you want to be awake for that first minute of the new year. You're creating your own psychological reset because you are present in the exact moment 2026 is hitting or the new year is hitting, right?
Right.
And those traditions tell us the past didn't break us. The future is not decided yet. I'm in control of my future, and we are allowed to try again. All of my failures are still there, but look at I get to try again. And that belief, even in that brief moment of I believe it at midnight, and then by 8 a.m., on January 1st, I'm like, eh, right?
Yeah,
But
I'm
like,
over it.
yeah, even that belief, that brief belief for your own brain is actually so powerful for you.
Mm.
So, those are
Yeah.
some things. You said something earlier, and I want to cycle back to that quick. You
Okay.
said the word intentional along with the word resolution. So tell me how you view, are they the same? Are they different? How do they tie and connect together?
For me personally, the difference, I mean, I think they're both intentions, but when I think of the word intention, I just think of something in the here and now. I have that intention. I'm going to be more mindful about what I'm doing, whereas a resolution, I kind of feel like that's an obligatory goal that we set,
It's a one and done saying you did it in January.
Yeah.
Do you start resolutions at any other point in time in the year?
I mean,
Are those called goals?
I think
Or,
those are just called goals, and I don't think
okay,
there's anything wrong with
yeah,
getting rid of that word resolution.
sure. And I think now on this side of it, like again, growing up, I was so terrified to choose a resolution because what if I didn't do it? What if I didn't complete it? I'm a failure. And now it's like honoring it and analyzing it as like it's just fresh, baby. You got a new opportunity. Something I started a couple years ago, and again, I do not share this with people. I choose a word for myself.
Okay.
hmm And so for the last couple years of like, what is a word? If you ask me what the words are, I also will not reveal them. But some other
I
people
really
choose.
wanted to ask.
I know, so sorry. I haven't chosen one for 2026 yet, though. Um, but some people are like, oh, the word for 25 is intention. The word for 25 is growth. I mean,
Mm,
like self-discovery. Like, there's all sorts of words, and I don't. Okay, I lied. I will give you my word that I chose for 2025, and you will laugh because you'll be like, oh, it makes sense. I chose the word peace because I felt like everything was so chaotic. And so if I
yeah.
can like focus on the word peace, maybe I'll be able to bring more peace in. It doesn't mean that it's always peaceful because it's definitely not. 2025 was hard, but to
Yeah.
remember where I get that inner peace from. But I've not looked at a word for 2026. And it's not like I'm trying to manifest it. It's more of like a reminder for me of like, get your brain in the right spot, you nerd.
Yeah. Well, and having been with you in
Perfectionist, you.
2024, I can
Yeah.
see why peace was a word.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I think, as we're reflecting and we're trying to figure out, you with your word and I'll probably have goals and things, but
hmm
not like a resolution. But one way that you can kind of put your best foot forward and do that would be journaling. And not everybody likes to journal, and journaling can be a dirty word, right? Like people will roll their eyes.
Yeah,
You,
I'm rolling my eyes at you right now, but I'm like, you're spot on, but because if
yes.
again, let me just quick time out. The perfectionist says if I put it down in paper and it doesn't come true, but that's not journaling. So I'm kicking it back to you. Tell us more about what you mean by journaling.
Okay, so I have a hack with journaling that I do. And I don't like the idea of a diary, a physical diary.
Oh, that's
I
disgusting.
think it doesn't do us any good to go back and look at the past. Not everyone's the same, but for me personally, it doesn't do me any good to go back and look at the past. So, what I do, I actually have trained my AI, Aaron Rodgers from a previous episode, for
Yes.
those who don't know, I've trained him to be supportive and offer journaling prompts and kind of guide me through that kind of need to just get it out, as well as discover where I can take that and take the next step and go from there. And so the benefit of doing that is that I can't go back and look. I mean, you can go back and scroll through the chats, but you can't go back and
It's not a permanent reminder to you.
relive. Yeah, relive 6 months
Yes.
ago when you were, self-loathing. Um,
Yes.
and so you get it out and it's done.
Yes. Okay, so I wanted to fight you earlier. I'm seeing the full vision now. Let me be really honest. I wanted to fight you earlier and you're like, "Well, I don't reflect on the past." And I see now how you mean it. But at first I was like, "Yes, we do. We bring the past in because right, we don't have resiliency without the past. We don't have personal growth without the past." But now I see you're just talking on the journal and then it's you write it, you spew it out, you process through it, and then it's gone because you can't bring it up and reflect it.
Exactly. And the key is gotta you have to have a takeaway.
Yeah.
But for journaling prompts, if this is something that and I really think we should all at least give it a shot. But there are a few things that I'm going to recommend journaling prompt wise. But the first thing is look back at 2025 and identify the parts of 2025 that you want to carry forward.
Mm-hmm.
That worked for you. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
continue to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, those
I
moments we
like that.
survive.
I could do that.
Mhm.
See, I don't
I
hate
mean,
journaling as much now.
you just got to journal with me.
Yeah.
Um, Two, let's look at the parts of 2025 that we want to let go. The hard part is actually letting go.
Yeah.
But sometimes just getting it out, getting it on
Yeah.
paper, that's enough. We let it go
Yes. Yep.
and then silently stew about it later. But we can't go back and read it. So at least that. Um, then we want to reset our intention. And so instead of like making a resolution, practice saying, I want to be someone who. So maybe it's,
Mm,
I want to be someone who follows through when I tell someone I'm going to do something.
yeah.
I want to be someone who supports her friends and someone who my students look up to, those kinds of statements. And then, the last thing in the journaling prompt, make one small promise for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And Cara, I feel like you do this a little bit with your word. It's something that's just personal to you, but
Yes.
something that we make a pact with ourselves, and maybe we can end your journaling with,
Mm-hmm.
if I stay kind to myself this year, it will look like.
Sure. I mean, yes, I'm not
Because
good
we're
as
all so kind to ourselves all
yeah,
the time.
it's like I do way better with others, but I will okay, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're
Mhm.
saying. So, yeah. Okay. I like those, and I'm even gonna throw a curveball at you, and you're gonna hate me here, but I believe that Aaron Rodgers, AI, and Aaron Rodgers, football player, would actually be impressed with these mental mindset because he's a pretty
It's true.
yeah,
I didn't even
he's
think about it
hard
on that
on the
level.
mental aspect of like hard in a good way, like
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
So,
it's not ayahuasca,
because
but it's,
we're best friends. No. Um, anyways, he's got a whole mentality up there. So
yeah, he does.
you didn't even know
That's,
you're impressing him.
see? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Um, anything else on journaling?
No, nope.
Okay,
Those four things, you should be good.
got it. All right. So we're getting ready to wrap up. Let's talk about a key takeaway when it comes to resolutions. What you got for me?
I think something that I would like to leave our ERP fam with would be, don't stew over 2025.
Mm,
Don't look back and relive the negative moments and feel what you felt then. There's no point in doing that. Rather, take what works. Put your mindset into identifying what went well, what worked, move that forward and leave 2025, the worst parts, the bad parts, just leave it there.
I love it. I'm gonna add to yours. Honestly, like this was very not planned, just FYI, but Herb fam, you take what works. And my key takeaway was to keep going. You get your brain in that, right? We have this tradition, we have the calm, we feel good about that. The rest of the world may be on fire, but we have these little moments where we're putting our brain and our mindset in that comfortable spot, and to take what works and then keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the exact, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't like, it can be the smallest thing, and maybe only you notice it.
Mhm.
Keep going. That's
Yeah,
mine.
I love it.
Cool.
And like a little bit to support yours,
Mm-hmm.
surround yourself with the people who are going to support you in your goal and intention.
Absolutely. You're not
So
for everyone. You're just not. Herb fam, you are not for everyone. And
No, I'm not.
that is a wonderful place to be.
It is.
So, yeah,
It is. Well, all right. We have another episode in the books.
we do. We do.
All
I love
right.
it.
You want to
Thanks.
tell everybody where they can find us?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. So, Herb fam, we are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Look up Herb, right? URRP, Herb Girls. You'll find us. If you found this episode to resonate with you, or you can think of someone who needs to hear it, share it. Let us know. And gonna quick add, get in contact with us if you have a topic that you want to hear more on in 2026. We have been diving into planning 2026 out, and we're really excited, but we are open, absolutely open to suggestions and feedback.
Yeah, that's great. Like, share, subscribe as well.
Yes.
And quick note, ERP stands for the United Rise and Resilience Project. We just have our little acronym for us ERP girls on the podcast. So
Yes.
we will put links to that up. And anything else that we have, KV?
No, we love you, fam.
All
Um,
right.
be ready to start 2026. It's
We'll
going to
see
be
you next
amazing.
year.
Right.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Where are my hearts? Oh.
There they are.
Yay.